This is Sims, and we are back finally with more of the Sims 4 Black Widower challenge. I know we only had 2 episodes before I went on a hiatus, and then when I came back, nothing ever happened. I'm also trying to make sure. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what happened here because I swear I redecorated this room and it looks the same, and his guitar's gone, and I just can't figure out what the fuck is going on right now. So we're gonna do that first. But so I know that this one, when I came back to the channel, I didn't bring it back right away. But part of that was Bird. Wow, Bird's really excited. I'm gonna put a desk and everything in here because he's gonna need to do some research on his computer every once in a while. We're just gonna give him like simple kind of stuff right now. He doesn't have a lot of money, but that's okay. I was like, he had less money than that because I just sold furniture. Wow, Spacey, get it together. Good enough. He needs a computer and he's gonna need a guitar. Oh, well, this gives you video gaming, programming, and writing skill. Oh, they all do. What the hell? I'm so dumb. I'm like, oh, well, this one gives you. Oh, we could just use. Let's give you this one because it's inspiring and it's not too expensive. It'll be okay. Anyway, so he needs his guitar back, and I don't know where the hell it went. This was the one he had, right? Or was it this one? Let's see. Let's find him a fun one. Okay, that's just that. Does this one have like fun patterns? I feel like. Well, I mean, that's fine, I guess. We don't need anything super fancy, right? Ooh, it's this one. Oh, that one's super fancy. Does that one give you better skills? No, they all give you the same. Like, some things give you like better. Like, I want him to get like better skill. Like painting. Well, painting quality is higher on that one. Fun, inspiring decor. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. That's a lot of money, though, and we don't have a lot of money, but I guess they're all kind of the same, so we can just... Actually, you know what? I know we could get one of these awesome ones, but let's give him the blue one. That's different. Let's just put this here. He needs a bookshelf, too, doesn't he? Oh, that's right. That's what was there. Yeah, anyway, I know I'm decorating and I'm trying to like talk and like about the series, and I really should just have freaking done the decorating or like whatever and not try to do this at the same time, but whatever. Anyway, so I wanted to bring this one back, but I wanted to wait until Scooby-Doo. What? Wait, what? How did he max up the comedy skill? Okay, sure. Oh, did I forget that he had skills? Because he was a sim that I made something. I forget. Like, okay. I literally forget what the hell happened in the first 2 episodes. Like, obviously, I know I gave you his backstory, and I have all that written down, so it's good. We should be able to stick to that. But I know that I, was going to have him max a skill before he can marry his target. I wasn't sure what I was doing with that, just because I kind of went back and, like, I was trying to skim through the video, and I just heard that, and I was like, you know what? I think what I want to do... I'm not really sure how I want to do the skill thing. If I want him to... I don't want him to have to... I don't know if he should have to max the skill out before he can marry his target or before he can murder his target. So maybe he has to have at least, say, 3 or 4 of the skill, before he can introduce himself to his next target, right? So like Olive is the girl that he's going after first. We've already met her in the prior parts. And he's already got 6 in the guitar skills, so we're okay. But like I'm wondering if like say normally, okay, his next target, once he's married to Olive, he has to have at least 3 or 4 in that skill, say 4 before he can introduce himself to her. Like, oh hey, hi, nice to meet you. And then maybe we can do like 6 or 7 before he can, start wooing her. Or maybe he's got to at least be halfway before he can start wooing her, and like 7 before he can marry her. But we can have anything between like 5 and 7 for them to like build the relationship, move in, do whatever. Once he reaches 7, he can marry her, and he can't kill her until he reaches 10. You know? I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways to do that, or, you know, or we say that he's got to max that skill. I want him to at least be halfway. Maybe he has to be halfway through the skill before he can introduce himself, or before he can start wooing the next target. Because obviously I kind of want it to overlap a little bit. Like when he's with Olive and when he's married to her, blah, blah, blah. I want to have their relationship. So I don't want him to be like, I have to max out my guitar skill before I can marry her. Because then it's like, yeah, then he's got to work on his next skill while he's married to her. But like maybe we have to get halfway. I gotta think about this. Like, what's a good way to do it? Like, is it better that he's got to at least be... I mean, he's halfway through. He's got level 6 of the guitar skill. So technically... And we've already started wooing Olive, just because otherwise it would take too long to get into the story. Although I'm really, like... His skills are a little bit too high. I don't mind him starting at low, but his handiness skill is really high, and that's the next skill he has to max before he can get to the next woman? Oh, he's got handiness and painting. Oh, probably because he already had handiness. Wait, so let me just see who this woman... I just want to make sure that the skills make sense. And what we're going to do when we kill them... I don't... No. I'm trying to figure out... I think I had numbered them and then I crossed them out. Oh, there. Anyway, I gotta go through and like kind of make my notes up again, because obviously like I know the backstories of the women, but I kind of, because I gave specific like traits, skills for him to max up that would kind of help that new woman like him a little more. But maybe he will murder. I'm trying to figure out how to best to do that. Like, obviously, I know, like, his backstory. We've got the women. We know why he wants to target them. I kind of have their ideas of them. But I'm just trying to think of the best way to kind of work through this. Like, should he start wooing his next victim before he kills his first one? Like, you know, he moves in with Olive. You know, he's tricking her, blah, 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 while he's obviously working on the skills to target this next woman. And I kind of almost want there to be like a trail, and I think there are a little bits of trails, like how they kind of all intertie, and obviously how they intertie into his backstory. So I kind of already have that. I'm just trying to think through. So this is why I didn't want to start this one back up again, because I needed to think through it more. But I think the best way for me to think through it is to kind of like work through it as we play. Yeah, I'm trying to, but the skills is kind of... Well, you're getting your video gaming skill, which is not going to help you with anybody. But it's okay. So each one of these women has a skill that they like. I think for the second one, I did handiness and painting just because he's already kind of almost maxed on the handiness skill. And I think it's because he already had that. And I was like, fuck. So this way he can max painting. He's got a parenting skill. Why? Do you even know any kids? That's so weird. Anyway. And I want to see something. Yeah. So it's going to take me a little bit to kind of... And comedy. Like, good. Nobody needs the comedy skill, because I don't think he should be maxing that one, you know.
Lock. Storm a flame.
I want you to... Can you come over here and just practice? Play a song. Play a ballad. You're feeling a little sentimental right now, thinking of your family. You were playing a game, but now you're having traumatic flashbacks. I don't know why you were playing Prison Break the game, and now you're having a traumatic flashback, so now you gotta play this sad ballad over here for your lost family members, but I also need you to get that skill up, so that'll work while we talk through what we're gonna do here. So, yeah, and so again, I know I said 10 before you can marry them, but I'm thinking we should probably, or maybe we gotta do some kind of combination. Like, so he's already at level 6. I think, we already started wooing Olive, because that's kind of the point. I do want him to be able to, like, go out on dates with her, so I think I need to kind of think through or work, like, once he gets halfway, at least at this point, now he's good to go to start wooing Olive. I think I want him to have to take her on a couple of dates, at least 2. You got to go out on your first date once you've kind of introduced yourself and whatnot. But again, I think maybe we could kind of finagle it, so I gotta figure out. So that's all I'm doing is kind of just talking through it with you guys, to give myself the best idea. Plus, then you got your feedback usually comes in handy. And I like it when you guys give feedback. If I say, we could do it this way or this way, I kind of try to see what, I kind of gauge your interest on which way works better for you. But yeah, maybe once we get to, say, at least level 3 or 4, maybe in between, okay, we've hit, that's when, okay, we can introduce ourselves to our target. We hit level 5 or 6, maybe like level 6 if we do like level 4. Then, okay, we can take her out on our first date. And then maybe, we can do dating whenever in between. We hang out with them, see them. We have to be maybe at least level 8 before we can marry them and have gone on 2 dates. You know what I mean? At least 2 to 3. And then when we're level 8, we can at least marry them. We have to max the skill before we can kill her. And so I think that'll work. And I don't know what to do if we should say, like, okay, he's already got, like, level 3 of the painting skill. So let's say we said level 3 was where we could introduce ourselves. He's already almost maxed the fucking handiness skill, so whatever. I don't want him to introduce himself to the next woman yet, obviously. I want him to at least get to 3 or 4, so that at least we have something to work for once we've reached level 10 of the other skill. But maybe we have to wait until after we've killed our current target. So once he kills Olive, then as long as he's hit, say, level 4 of the painting skill, he can go after the next woman. You know what I mean? I definitely don't think he should start wooing the next woman until he's killed his first wife, obviously, like his prior, like, target. But maybe he could introduce himself, like, oh, hey, hi, I've met you somewhere. Like, we can introduce that character as, say, the next victim. So, okay, now maybe, because I got to go back through my notes and figure out, because I'm pretty sure. Oh, but maybe not. No, maybe he shouldn't. Oh, yes, he could. Because here's the thing, right? I want to change him after, like, he's designed to please the women he's going after. So, like, the way Dante is right now, this appeals to Olive. This personality, well, obviously his personality is never going to change. I think we're going to keep his personality. He's a loner, perfectionist, a genius. And he's alluring. We're going to keep his personality. And his face is never going to change. But we might change his hair. We're going to change his clothes. To fit. So right now he's kind of got that little, like, I'm a little boho, cool, I play guitar, surfer hair kind of guy. He's not going to stay this way. We might change his facial hair. We might change, like, the color maybe. I'm not sure if I necessarily want to change his hair color. But maybe. Maybe one of its victims likes tall, dark, and handsome, and he's pale, but he can go dark hair, and he can be mysterious, and, like, wear a cape. I don't have a cape custom content, but I wish I did now. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be kind of interesting, and I'm actually kind of even more excited for seasons now, just because, well, I'm not excited because it's going to break everything in my game, and that's going to be a pain. It's going to hurt physically, but I'm really excited because think of all the possible, like, the dating things. Oh my God. Yeah, you can make a romantic holiday. Oh my God, perfect. Or we could go ice skating in the winter. We have snowball fights. We can go roller skating. I'm very excited for this, guys. I'm excited for this just because it gives us more to do in the game, like, but it also gives us more to do in this one with how we can romance our ladies. So again, I know this part he's not really. You know what? Why don't we see? Because technically, Olive is. Why don't we just send her a happy text and see if she invites us out? Because that's usually what happens. And that'll be good. We'll hang out with her. We could technically right now, I think, take her on our first date, but I think we'll wait till the next part to do that, just because I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Let's go out and enjoy the day. Yes, let's do this. Oh, she's taking us to the romantic garden park. So we can flirt with her a little and stuff like that, because we're already halfway through the skill. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think unless you guys are really opposed to that, I think I'm going to kind of write down my notations here that, like say level 4, we can introduce ourselves. Level 6, we can start dating. Level 8, we can marry them. And then once we hit level 10, we can kill. I think that sounds good. You know, at least. And the minimum. Obviously, like, you know, if he's level 9 and we're not there yet, where it's in the story, we don't have to force ourselves to marry her. But once we hit level 8, like, hey, we've had, and we have to put, like, All right, pen cap in my mouth so I can talk. A minimum of 2 dates. Gone on a minimum of 2 dates. This doesn't count. This is hanging out with friends. Oh, well, now he's going to go pee, so that's lovely. So I think that works pretty well. But now we're getting to know her, because, again, this is like the beginning. I'm trying to get used to whatever. And I'm not really necessarily sure. All the other ladies have not been put in the town, so I'll put them in more when we're ready to get to know them, just because I don't want them aging or anything happening to them or them getting married or the game doing weird shit because I have MC Command Center. So why don't we come over, tell her a knock-knock joke. Oh, where is that? More choices. Where's our enthuse about guitar solos? There you go. Because that's why, right? Like, Olive is really into rave about your favorite singers. She's kind of artsy. I don't really remember exactly what we said about her backstory, so let's see something. I don't really remember what we said about her backstory, because I know how she fits into our story, but I don't know what I necessarily said about her. But I know that she's into... I think... She wanted, like, obviously he has to do the guitar solo, the guitar skill in order to kind of impress her. I think it's because she wants to try to be a little more, you know, like music. Oh, that's like the thing. That's like the happening thing, right? And I feel like she's not necessarily, she's not necessarily a trendsetter. You know, she's kind of almost more of a follower. I feel like she's got some insecurity. So that's kind of why she, you know, the music thing. I'm not saying she doesn't like it. Like, obviously, like, we all dig music in our own way, right?
Yeah, fruit.
But I feel like she might, you know, yeah, totally into this indie music scene because, you know, she's,
Yeah, fruit.
I mean, has a rich background, right? Like, her family was rich, you know. Oh, don't ask her to just be friends. That would just be ridiculous. Ask her to move in. We're not ready for that. Besides, we're moving in with her when we do. So I think what we'll do when we're ready to do that, we'll play as her and have him move in with us, because that's... I don't want her moving into our shady apartment. She's not supposed to know where we live. Well, actually, it's okay that she does, because we're like, hey, this is my shady little apartment, but yo, I'm just a musician, man. And I feel like he plays the part, you know. He's like, yeah, so what's up, Olive? You're pretty cute, you know. And now I'm gonna go make hot dogs. Like, oh, great. Oh, and I feel like, yeah, he's like trying. He's like trying so hard. Are you trying to repel her? You're gonna make Frank and beans. What are you gonna do? Fart on her? That's like, But I feel like he's trying. Like, he's done his research. He's hung out, like, in these clubs and these bars that she goes to, you know, these underground, like, clubs, to try to, like, to spy on her. This is, like, what he does. You know what I mean? And that's when we're getting ready to, like, introduce ourselves to the next woman. Or, you know, that's when we'll do it. Like, as long as we hit level, what did I say, 4? Level 4, we can introduce ourselves. So maybe at level 4, we'll move that, when we hit that level, we'll move that woman into the town, put her into the game, and have him go places where she might be. You know what I mean? And hope she goes there. It's kind of hard to force that. You know what I mean? Like, unless, of course, we can always, once we move in with Olive, like, Olive can make friends with this woman, like, whatever, and, like, you know, actually, but I don't want, but it's really, because it's not about him introducing himself, it's really more about him stalking her, if you think about it, because that's what he did with Olive, right? He kind of found her, you know, and he went through the process of, I gotta follow her. Where does she go? She likes these clubs. Let me do research on her. Let me figure out what she's into, the type of person she is. He watched her for so long, you know, to figure out what her deal was, to craft this person that she would find attractive, that she would not be able to resist, so that he could lure it. Because, I mean, honestly, it's revenge, right? He could seriously have just stalked her in a dark alley, slit her throat, and been done with it. But that's not what he's about. He is literally trying to ruin her life, like she caused part of the ruin of his, you know? Why don't you actually play with... Why don't you play with Olive? You know? So I actually have to... Oh, man, I gotta make a page where I do, like, our victims. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kill them. I'm gonna use the MC Command Center, because if I try to do it, like, let's say I want to burn a sim, right? And I don't know where that's gonna come into play, but let's say I want to kill him with fire. I mean, no matter how I'm gonna set up my game, it's never gonna fucking set on fire. Nothing's gonna set on fire, my sim's not gonna die, and it's gonna be, like, fucking tragic, because my game hates me and doesn't want to murder my sims. So I'm literally going to be like, death by... Like, maybe I'll try to set it up so, like, oh, okay. She said, oh, now there's a fire. MC Command Center, death by fire. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'll try to do that to make it more exciting. Or we can try it. We can try to see. But I think what I'm going to do, most likely, is use the MC Command Center and kill them according to... as similar as I can get to... either how they related into his story, you know, or as best I can. Like, I know it's not going to fit perfectly, because I'm looking back at some of their stories. I'm looking back at some of their stories and, like, okay, some of them are going to be easy to figure out and some of them aren't going to be, but he's going to kill them all in a different way. So that we're going to use that MC Command Center, so. And I'm trying to go back. I'm going to write the numbers in here. So I got to write down the numbers next to the things, because I originally had them planned out, like how I was going to kill. What are you doing? You're supposed to be, like, chatting with her while I'm writing shit down, and you just, like, completely... You know what? I'm not even mad at you, though, because you are totally playing aloof right now. Like, she is probably going crazy, because she, like, you texted her, like, what's up? Oh, it was great hanging out with you the other day, Olive. You're like a rock star, Olive. Like, whatever. You gave her some, like, weird spiel shit. Like, you were like... beautiful star in the sky, because you're gonna be all poetic and shit, right?
Lenarge.
Even though he was like, oh, it kills me to have to type stuff like that, because he's not like that. And then she was like, oh my god, we should go hang out at the park. Oh, and you're like, yeah, that's awesome. And then you put the moves on her, and then you're like, I'm gonna go make a Franken Beans. And then you're like, hey, let's play chess together. You know what? I gotta go paint. And you just like keep blowing her off, and I think that's driving her crazy, and I think it's gonna make her love you even more. You are so smart. That's why I don't even have to play this game. Let's see something. I'm trying to find where these... Okay, so...
Janad.
I'm literally trying to find where they are in my thing, because I had originally written numbers down next to their stories, and then I made a separate list, so I'm trying to, like, put the right number next to them so I can figure out who's who. Because I don't have the Sims names yet.
Phoeba.
Like, yeah, I don't have their, like, ages yet. Not their ages. I wrote down some of them. I was just noting that I wrote down whether they were, like, young or middle-aged, or they older, like, how, like, so I could gauge, like, and create the characters better. But I had written down, like, what order I thought they were going to be in, and then I was like, and then I changed it, so now I had crossed out those numbers, and now I'm, like, re-updating it so that I can, because I have, like, they're, like, a description of them, like, you know, I don't remember what I told you from the backstory, so I don't want to, like, ruin it. My God, what are you doing? You, like, just paint up a fucking storm. Can you sell this? Sell that, and then you can come back. He is, like, doing everything he can. Oh, she went home, that's why. Oh, you can't continue? Oh, here, I'm gonna have you resume that when you're done. Oh, that's, okay, that one's this one, so this is this. So I'm writing the numbers down next to them. Oh, right! I'm remembering some of the stories as I go through. So we obviously have number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, where is she? Oh, here she is. And hopefully these aren't going to change. I'm pretty sure they're not. When I did my thing, I was really good about my second list. I was really good at trying to figure out, and the skills, like, this is the skills that he should get, and this is why he's going to that person, and then this person, and, like, supposed to be harder as you go. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's, because obviously, like, I think I explained this in the first part. This is, now where is she in here? That was that. That's that. Oh, here we go. She's the last one. Okay, so she's number 10. I think I explained it in the last, that these are all...
Yabosa?
This might be spoilers, because maybe I didn't tell you, but I'm going to. Well, obviously they are all... Maybe they're not all. They all have something to do with, like, his tragic downfall and everything bad that's happened to his family. In some way or another, and some of them might not necessarily be as obvious as others. Like, some it's like, oh my God, that is legitimately 100%. And other ones it's just like, he's kind of lost his fucking marbles, and you're blaming people. Ooh, Olive. You know, when they're not necessarily, like, I'm gonna send him home because Olive's gone, so there's no point in. She left, so she might be mad at us, but I feel like that's going to make her love us even more. So I'm actually really glad to be back with this one, because I feel like some of my other ones, like, I play and I don't have a plot or a purpose, and this one I'm trying to gauge the plot and purpose as we go, but it has more of one because I have the backstory and everything, and it's just me trying to, like, remember what I was going to do, and I know the story, and I know how each one of these women fits in, but it's just like, how the hell am I gonna, like, what were the rules I set up for myself? Because obviously there's rules in the Black Widow challenge. And I know that the Black Widow challenge exists. I've seen people play it. I don't remember the rules. I didn't even look up the rules. I'm not even going with that. I'm literally just like, hey, they created this Black Widow challenge. I've seen people play it where they go and they kill off 10 husbands. And that's basically all I remember. And I'm like, so I'm basing this loosely on that, because I want to give credit, obviously, to the person who created that challenge, because they wrote this whole challenge. And I'm just kind of, I always put my own spin on things. I never follow the rules 100%. So, I'm trying to, and so like I said, I don't remember. Some of the rules that I've put in for myself could actually be things from the challenge that I just forgot are there. I don't know. I should probably actually look at the challenge and see if there are things we can use for that. You know what I mean? And I want to actually see what I want this to be. Oh, well, let's put this on 150. Okay. Long lifespan. That's what I want. Okay. I want this on long lifespan because I don't want him to age up, but I feel like, oh yeah, he's got 95. He's fine. We're good. Because I also don't want, like, I'm okay with some of the Sims, like some of them are going to be younger than him, some are going to be older. You know what I mean? They're going to be different age ranges. Obviously, if they're younger than him, it's going to be when he's like still his middle young adult, and they'll be like, you know, actually none of them. They should all actually technically be older than him, or like his age. None of them should be. Yeah, most of them would be his age. Actually, only Olive, I think, is technically younger than him, just because the role that she plays. And I don't think I explained. I don't think I explained what her role was. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I don't know if I explained, but I don't think I want to kind of explain necessarily how they relate until he's kind of at least starting to date these women, or maybe when he's moved in with them. So, let's see. We didn't have like a thing. At level 8, we can marry them, and at level 6, we can start dating them. So once we've gone on 2 dates, at least 2, maybe 3, we can move in anytime between 6 and 8. So I don't think we should, or maybe we should have to have him propose. They go on 2 dates. He has to propose before he can move in with them. You know what I mean? Maybe we could do that. I guess we'll play it by ear with each woman and see how it goes, because there are some that might not necessarily, that marriage would be a little bit difficult, but we might move in with them sooner than others because, you know, especially if they're older ladies or they're older than us, maybe they will be their boy toy and we'll live in their house. And oh, I'm your handyman. Actually, we'll have a max handiness skill, and that's for the second, and then that really it doesn't apply much, but I was drinking coffee and I bashed my coffee mug into the thing. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. And when we come back in the next part, we will probably do our first date. We'll jam. That sounds good. We'll have our first date with Olive. This way we can hopefully, you know, get in our proposal. So I'm really excited to have this one back. I feel like this one's going to help me, you know, kind of get back. I mean, I know I've been playing The Sims for a while since I quote-unquote came back to my channel, but it's just, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, these are my series and I love this, and we kind of just let The Sims do what they do, and we kind of like just figure out, but this one's got more invested, so I feel like it's getting my brain juices flowing, and I just feel a little more excited about having it. I don't know how often I'm going to do stuff, because like I'm a little ahead of recording right now, so I'm only have like one of these episodes going up, but we'll see how we go. So, you know, I just kind of record how I feel, so we might have a couple episodes a week, might only have one, I don't really know. That's how we're doing it now. There's no set schedule. It's just whatever.
Yeah, Froze.
See? He's down with it. You should be down with it too. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the... No, get over here. Get over here and play this. Anyway, remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.